All right, everyone. Welcome back. I'm Glenn.
And I'm Tonya.
All right, it's the end of week 65. As the rule goes, you can't keep losing all the time. Maybe it's not a rule, but it sure seems like it.
Like, I didn't hear that rule.
Yeah, it's an unwritten rule of the universe.
True.
No good deed goes unpunished.
That's what you. That's
I guess it
one
was.
Of your sayings.
I guess it wasn't a good deed. No, bad deeds go punished really good. Anyway, last week I weighed 300.2. I was really hoping to get under. I was 301.0, so I did not gain a lot, but I gained 0.8. So it's a little gain, bringing me to 86.0 pounds lost since we started.
But I just want to say, at one point, you saw under 300 this week, right?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, I thought you did.
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay. Well, unlike Glenn, my news isn't so good. So last week I was 138.0, which was an acceptable high. Currently I'm 141.0, so I had a 3-pound gain this week. And so that only brings my total back down to 24.8 since we started.
Yeah.
I'll talk about that. I'll let Glenn tell his stuff first because he has stuff to talk about.
I know one thing is, just because food is a good deal on price doesn't mean you should buy it. You know, I bought way too much. I went to the store and I'm like, they had a deal. It was buy 5 items, and then each item was only $5 each.
Meat items.
Meat, chicken, and it was a pack of thighs and legs, and each pack was $13. So if I bought 5 of them, it was only going to cost $25, 5 for each pack. Well, 13 and 13 is already 26. That's like getting 3 packs for free, money-wise. But of course, throughout the whole week, I'm like, I'd cook the pack, and then it would last me a day and a half, and I would just overeat, and just, all right, more chicken. And
I don't eat chicken.
I know, it was all for me.
I hardly ever, I could probably go a year without eating chicken unless someone makes something like with chicken in it. Yeah.
I know. And so just because it was a good deal on price, I bought a lot, and I was thinking, I'll freeze them. But then I'm like, I don't want to freeze them, because if I freeze them in that pack, you got to thaw out the whole big pack. And, I just, my plans didn't go the way I was thinking in my head. And I just basically ate them throughout the whole week, It took all week long to go through them all, but I went through them all. Last night was the last one. I call her as I'm, about an hour or so away from getting off work. I'm like, throw it in the oven for me so it's ready. And of course, I'm like, I'll just eat half. So I ate half, and then we're sitting watching TV and whatnot. And I'm like, I just grabbed the other half and just slowly ate it. I was full, but I still ate it all, So it's like I didn't go down at all on that last day. I didn't gain, but I stayed at a 0, because, you eat a whole pack of chicken, and that weight, just volume-wise, is just still there. And what would you
say? That's like 4 thighs and 4 legs in a pack? It's a family pack,
it was
right?
6 thighs and 6 legs.
Oh.
All in one meal. I was a little piggy.
Well, because he told me he ate the whole pan one night. And I go, the whole pan? And I was thinking, well, that's kind of odd, but
I didn't have anything else.
Calorie-wise, maybe that's not so bad, because it's just kind of odd because it's so unbalanced, because it's just meat,
just chicken.
But I was thinking, calorie wise, if he didn't eat anything else all day, that's probably not that bad, even
Yeah, because I mean, with intermittent fasting, it's like I don't eat anything throughout the day other than my sunflower seeds. I've, started having those again, but yeah, but yeah, so it is what it is. But we were on the couch talking, and Tanya's like, I'm just tired of babysitting myself on food. It's like, oh.
It's like sometimes, well, not just with eating, but sometimes you just want a break from yourself. It's like, I am tired of...
Why do you have to mentally, like, oh, don't do this, don't
like
do that?
Like that meme on Facebook, I don't want to adult today. I'm tired of watching myself.
I know. One thing I've learned, with me, it's like, just because I eat breakfast doesn't mean I'm not going to want dinner. Dinner. I like dinner. Yeah, it's like when I'm working, I go all day and not eat, and then I have my meal at home. But on my days off, I'm home, and I'm like, oh, what am I going to do? I should have something to eat. I don't have to eat later. But then later comes, and yeah, you're going to eat.
Yeah.
So it's, just because I'm having breakfast doesn't mean I'm not going to eat again later.
I realize that about myself, too. I have to be really strong. Well, I should be really strong, let's say. Because sometimes, let's face it, for me, I mean, just the reality of me is I want to eat a lot for breakfast sometimes.
Yeah.
I just have come to the point where I'm just going to accept that about myself. But then I also have to accept the consequences.
The scale says.
Yeah, well, yeah, the scale is saying that too. But like Glenn says, I've noticed that whether I eat or I don't eat, it doesn't matter. I'm the same amount of hungry after work in the evening. I'm the same amount of hungry. Oh, I'm sorry. It doesn't matter. So. Yeah.
Anyways, tell your stories.
And so on me, like I'm pretty good at knowing what calories are every day. So I never really would write down my calories, except a long time ago I would, when I was learning like what, how many calories are my protein shake? How many calories are a bean burrito at Taco Bell? How many, the things that I eat. But what's really interesting to me is I still tracked my calories this week, and it's interesting to see a pattern. It's not the daily, but it's the pattern. And I just wanted to share with you guys. And there's something else. Well, I think before I share with you the calories, I just want to say this is the other thing I wanted to say, or talk about, I should say. I'm saying say a lot. Anyways, I understand another factor why people gain their weight back.
Yeah. Food. It's delicious.
Well, I was thinking of a mountain, and maybe this guy, comes and puts just so much dirt on a mountain every day. And then when it rains, it's kind of like exercise. It's like you're eating enough to maintain. And that's like the guy that comes and puts dirt on this mountain every day, so it's aesthetically pleasing or whatever. But when it rains, it's all lost. So that's like the exercise. Or I guess you could think of it like a sandcastle you're building by the ocean. Like you can keep putting mounds of food on or whatever. And then when the tide comes and that's your exercise, it's going to wash it away. Well, I've realized that...
The tide doesn't always come in.
Yes, without the tide coming in, which is exercise, I have not exercised again this week. I'm disappointed to tell you guys. But at this weight, I know I'm tired of hearing it myself, so I'm sorry. But at this weight, I notice if I want to eat what I eat, then I have to exercise it. It's not even a matter of being healthy. It's a matter...
You have to offset it somehow.
Offset. Yes. There's eating balanced and, finding that perfect balance with eating, but you also have to offset if you still want to lose. Because Glenn even said to me, I'm going off in a little bit in a tangent, but he said to me, you're fine where you're at. you don't have to lose weight if that's where you want to be. And I'm like, but I don't want to be this weight. I mean, yeah, I'm normal now, but I don't want to be this weight. I would be ecstatic to be this weight, when
years back.
Years back, my highest weight was 242. I mean, if I was, 141 at, that would have been like, I would have been like I won the lottery. I mean, that's just, that is great. But if I'm going to look old at 50, I told Glenn, if I'm going to look old, I don't want to be old and fat. I at least want to be old and skinny. So I want to be, my goal actually is 118 now. I'm not even 5'3", so I think that's an acceptable goal. That's what my mom is. She's the same height and everything. So anyway, back to my mound and calorie story. Mm-hmm. I understand why people gain because, I had 2 super duper bad days this week.
Yeah.
And it was like someone just taking that mound on a sandcastle and going, and it stays until the tide comes in. Because if you're not exercising, you're not offsetting it any way at all. It doesn't matter if you're good the rest of the days. That is on there. And so this brings me to this. I just thought it was interesting. I hadn't shared this with Glenn yet. Uh-huh. So Sunday, okay, again, my range is 1,500 to 1,800 calories a day. What I want to be. Limit 1,800. Sunday, I had 3,000. The next morning, I was plus 2 pounds. Okay. Monday, I was 1,700 calories. That's a good day. But I was still that mound was still like piling on. I was plus 0.2 the next day. Tuesday, I had a schedule change at work and I decided to go off the rails that day. I had 3,530 calories. And the next morning, I was up 2.2 pounds. Yeah. Another mound that did not really come off. Wednesday, I had 1,580 with a minus 0.6 the next morning. Thursday, I had 1,800 with a minus 0.8 the next morning. See how I'm fine-tuning that balance? Friday, I had 2,100 calories. Now, this surprised me a little. I still had minus 0.4, so that was a good, I could get away with that. But yet,
I could get away with it.
But yet, those 2 pounds, those couple days.
Those splurges.
I mean, and barely losing any on the good days have brought me 3 pounds up. And that was just someone coming and plopping a mound on me. I mean, I did it to myself, but.
Yeah, I hear you.
But anyway, I understand and I have to offset now. I have to do it.
I know.
We can still do it.
Yeah, your body only burns so many calories a day, your metabolism, and if you consume more than what you burn, then you gain. The only way to offset it is to eat less or exercise to burn things off.
Yeah, and as you guys know, I've decided I don't want to eat less.
I know.
I want to fine-tune those calories and even though you should exercise just for your circulation and feeling good and everything, now it really is a matter of maintaining and losing for me. Well, I shouldn't say
it's your strategy to be able to eat a little more.
Yeah.
And but it is what it is. Anything else for you?
No, not this time.
Okay. All right. Well, that's pretty much it for me. My donut Friday, I did really well. I just had one. I was telling Tonya, it's like, I did good. I had one, and she asked me, did I want more? And I really didn't want more. I mean, I could have had more, because I would always like them. But I was satisfied with my one, and I just like, okay, have the one, go on your day, and, everything's fine. So, that was good for me.
And you didn't bring any donuts home?
No, there wasn't any, but they've been having them all, so that's better for me. there's no temptation if it's there.
Uh-huh.
You know, so
and you only had 2 last week. So
yeah, so I've cutting back a little bit.
Maybe we won't have a donut segment anymore.
Yeah, well, as long as they keep bringing them, there's always a donut segment. But anyways, hope you guys are doing well. You know, keep pushing. It's tough sometimes, but you know, we're just trying to find that balance of what works and what doesn't work. You know, that's what we're all doing. You know, let us know how you're doing and keep pushing forward. We'll see you next week.
See you next week.